The fallout from the cabinet reshuffle has dominated opinion and editorial pages. The resignation of Sajid Javid was unexpected and there was much talk of the new boy in town. Rishi Sunak has taken over as Chancellor of the Exchequer with his first budget looming next month. The Daily Telegraph. Its editorial says it is a matter of regret that he did not see it coming and adapt accordingly. It said, Mr. Javid is a bright political talent, but his brief record as Chancellor did not reflect that potential. This newspaper has warned for weeks that the government has everything going for it except for an economic policy. To make matters worse, word slipped out of the Treasury that policies were on the table for the next budget that ought never to go near it, such as a raid on pensions or even mansion tax. It was then up to the then Chancellor to shoot these rumours down. He did not. Some reached the conclusion that Mr. Javid had fallen prey to Treasury groupthink, that caught between Mr. Johnson's plans and the established fiscal rules. Mr. Javid had been persuaded by civil servants to consider socialist measures that even the last Labour government would never have touched. If true, then this pattern of institutional capture is exactly why Mr. Johnson and Dominic Cummings have chosen to go to war on Whitehall. If they want to get anything done, they have no choice. The Times. In his column, Philip Collins writes that Mr. Johnson has rewarded the cabinet's second-raters while removing anyone who might challenge his authority. He said, "Take back control. Get Javid gone." In a petulant reshuffle empty of purpose, the school bullies showed the junior form who's boss. 3 months ago, Boris Johnson gave the CBI a categorical guarantee that Sajid Javid would remain as Chancellor of the Exchequer. Now he has gone for no less a reason than that the Prime Minister's consigliere Dominic Cummings wanted to consolidate his power base. The consequence is a cabinet full of cartoon characters, which is just as Mr. Cummings wants it. It is always telling when a Prime Minister goes out of his way to appoint the C-team. One of the temperamental traits that will make Mr. Johnson a weak Premier is that, like many people prone to displays of bravura, he is tormented by the fear that he is not up to the job. The Scotsman. The paper's editorial suggests there are worrying signs for One Nation Tories. It said, there are rumours that tensions between Cummings and Sajid Javid led to the Chancellor's shock resignation, just 4 weeks before the UK budget. Sources claimed Javid had refused to fire his own special advisers and replace them with ones sent from Number 10. The paper's editorial goes on to mention other high-profile departures including Andrea Leadsom, Geoffrey Cox, and Julian Smith. It added, the concern above. For more on this story, visit the news article link.